Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hi there, I'm Todd Lewis. This is your Golf Central update. Today, an important day in golf history. Charlie Sifford made a career of breaking barriers. In 1957, he won the Long Beach Open to become the first African-American to win an important Open Golf Championship. 3 years later, he became the first black golfer on the PGA Tour. And on this day back in 2004, Sifford became the first African-American inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame. His son joined Golf Today to discuss a new award that will honor his father's legacy.
Charlie, this is such a wonderful honor that will be new to golf. It honors your father and someone impactful in the game. How did this all come together?
It was about 3 weeks ago. I got a letter from Greg McLaughlin from the World Golf Foundation advising me that they decided they were going to develop this award in my father's name. And, it was highly unexpected and a surprise. But, the family is really honored to have this award given in my father's name.
When you think of Renee Powell, why is she the ideal to be the first person to receive this award?
Renee is a good friend of mine. We've been knowing each other for a number of years. She does a lot at the golf course in East Canton called Clearview, which her father built. She has a great junior program out there, and she does a lot for the veterans, both female and male veterans, and to grow in the game of golf.
Charles, when you think about your father, what he endured, the barriers he had to break down, the world that he lived through, what's the word that comes to mind that encapsulates his incredible journey?
Courageous. He had to be a strong individual to deal with some of the obstacles that he had that he was faced with during this time. He was not allowed in some of the clubhouses where he participated on the tour, and several times, he was not allowed to even stay at hotels that were near the golf course. He had to stay with family or friends that lived in that particular area. But it just took a strong individual to succeed at the level he did based on what he had to go through.
That said, Charles, at the end of your father's life, he received some wonderful accolades, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom. How much did he have a sense of peace after so much struggle?
He was, when he got that final award from Obama, that was a total shock and came out of the clear blue. But he was really honored. He just finally, he felt that finally people recognize what he had to go through to succeed in the game of golf.
Charles, your dad was such a superhero in this sport. What was his hope in terms of legacy, not just in golf, but beyond golf? And what's the best way to accomplish what he hoped this game could become?
He wanted to see more African-American minorities involved in the game. He spoke to Jackie Robinson at the time where he decided he was going to go try on the tour. And, in baseball, we had a larger following of minorities that got into the game. Unfortunately, due to the cost of the game and the exposure, the minorities weren't able to, contribute as much to the game as he had hoped. And then Tiger came along, and that generated another step in getting more minorities involved in the game. And slowly but surely, I think his dream is starting to come true.
How much has the game evolved in your lifetime in the areas of diversity, equity, and inclusion? Where do you see us now?
We probably maybe halfway there. We still have a long way to go, but we've come a long way. It's a slow process, but I can see the doors are starting to open. There's a lot of kids going to school on golf scholarships now. There's a program at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore that is the only minority college that has a PGA program, and several of those graduates have gotten some jobs at some prestigious golf courses around the country.
I imagine it'll be emotional come March when we remember your father and Renee Powell is honored. What are you most looking forward to that week at the Players?
Just seeing some of the guys that I knew, met during the time I was out there on the tour with my father. Seeing Tiger again, it's been several years since I had the opportunity to see him, and Mr. Fitchin as well. And just to meet some of the guys that on the tour now that I never had a chance to meet, just to shake their hand and wish them good luck.
It'll be a great week to watch some golf, but even more importantly, to honor your dad and Renee. Charles, thanks so much for your time, and congratulations on this tremendous, tremendous award.
Okay, thank you. And I'd like to take a moment to thank the World Golf Foundation as well as the Southern Company for making this possible.
Great to hear from Charlie Sifford Jr. to talk about his father and the family legacy. Meanwhile, on the LPGA Tour, what a tournament on Sunday. The CME Group Tour Championship is this week, but on Sunday, Nelly Korda won dramatically at the Pelican Women's Championship in a playoff over Lexi Thompson, Se-Yoon Kim, and Lydia Ko. In order to win, Korda had to overcome a big mistake on the 17th hole, a triple bogey.
Kind of got unlucky that it went all the way down. I honestly had no shot. It was, I looked at it and I'm like, well, okay. Have fun, Nelly. But I kind of, honestly, I lost hope. I was like, okay, just try to make a solid par. 18's a really tough hole. If you have a chance for birdie, then try and go after it. But my caddy really kept me in my head in the moment, and I didn't give up, and thank God it didn't.
What did Jason say to you?
To think positive thoughts. He was like, I want you to take this 1 minute and just think positive thoughts, no negativity. The short putt wasn't even anything anymore. It was just the whole entire hole, honestly. True. It was just like, okay, I need to get off this hole. And I even told Jason, I was like, thank God we're not playing 17 in the playoff. I just tried to shake it off. I was pretty upset. There's definitely some R-rated words going through my head and probably out of my mouth. But the nice thing about Jason is that, I can kind of vent to him, and he kind of takes it, but I don't actually go, it's not directed at him. It's just, I can vent and I can get it all out, and then I could focus up, and he tells me, positive thoughts now that everything's out in the air, and go after it.
Kind of going back to the transition from 17 to 18 there, do you feel like you have a good hold on yourself in terms of being able to reset your mental sphere, so to speak, so each hole is actually a new hole for you, and then especially going into the playoff there, not getting too high, but not just saying even keel, so to speak?
Yeah, you didn't want to know what I was saying from the 18 tee box to the 18th iron shot. Yeah, you didn't really want to hear that walk up because I was definitely venting. There was definitely some F-bombs flying around just here and there. But as I said, I think it was good that I kind of got it out. Got that kind of anger out because I was very angry after 17. I thought I lost it there, and I was like, okay, I just gave it to Lexi in a sense, and but yeah, it's a crazy game, and I never give up, even though I say I think I lost hope. I'll never give up. I'll go down fighting every single time.